This conference will now be recorded.
So let me go back a little bit and, oh, I didn't start my screen share. Hold on, guys. Are you seeing my VS Code here? Can somebody confirm? Okay, perfect. I got it on the chat. So we were talking about we saw list concatenation, we saw list copy, we saw that list is basically heterogeneous stuff, and we saw a lot more things about lists, especially indexes and stuff. So I'm going to talk about today lists within lists or nested lists. Tushar's favorite topic, right? So what is a list within a list? So list within a list is simply put something like this. Sorry, list X is my new variable, and I'm gonna put like this. These are just random guys I'm picking up from myself. Tushar. Let me take one more guy here. Sriram. And then let me take Boolean as well. Okay. Let me take a Boolean as well. True. So guys, this is my list.
I don't
Yeah,
think
fine.
we can see your screen share.
You're
Just
not?
see, no, just seeing the GoToMeeting.
I can see,
It's
yeah.
visible.
No, no.
Yeah, it's visible.
Even I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for confirmation. So yeah, this is my list. Okay. Now I'm saying list within list or nested list. What it actually means is that you have a list. So let's say if this was my original list, right? And this was my another list, for example, Y. So I have two lists. Now, if I wanted to combine them, we already saw copy and all those. I'm not going to go back to that. But this is another way of defining a list, and it is perfectly valid. This is not an error or anything like that. Now, you may think or you may ask, Ankit, how are we going to access these, especially the inner list? So this is called the outer list, including the true, and this is called the inner list, which contains three elements. So it's very simple, guys. You know how we access, right? So let's say print list of, if I wanted to access 4, can anybody tell me from the new people who joined today, how am I going to access it? Or what should I give here?
List of x dot
Three?
something 3.
Somebody said 3.
Yes.
No, list of x dot.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dot.
correct.
Okay.
I
So
said 3. Considering as an array, like
Correct.
list x dot 3. Okay, so I'll come back to this one. And any other person wants to take a chance?
You want to print 3?
Yeah, I want to print
There's,
3.
there's going to be
Exactly.
2. 0, 1, 2.
Okay, so somebody's saying 2. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you said 4 first. That's why I said 3.
so
I
you
said
want
4
to,
first. Okay, so let's
yeah,
keep
you
it
said
4.
4.
So I think your answer would be 3.
So you want to print 4 or 3?
Okay, let's go with 5, guys. Forget everything. It's creating confusion. So I want to print 5. How do I print
4.
5?
4.
4.
List X of 4.
4.
Okay, list x of 4. So I want to talk to the guy who said list x dot 3. Who was that person? I want to understand what is the concept behind this.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Actually,
right.
so I'm Shiva.
Yeah.
Actually, so
Sorry, Shiva.
sorry,
Yeah.
forget to tell you that of list of x of 3, not dot. Yeah.
Okay. So I got it wrong. Okay. All right. So everybody is saying list x of 3. So list x of 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3. It's 4. So the value should be 4, and that's correct. Now, if I wanted to print Tushar, just Tushar, can anybody take a stance or chance on it? What can be the output?
One more square bracket and then 1.
Okay, Ashish says, so you're saying basically 3 and 1. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, print of list of 3 of 1. Okay, that's 1. How about others? Tushar, I want you to take a chance.
So it's
6.
on the 6.
Yeah, 6
Okay,
of
Nikhil says 6.
1.
Yeah.
And
Print of
Tushar
list of
says 6 of 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is 6? First of all, let's see. Guys, please go on mute if you're not talking. Thank you. 0, 1. So Bhavin and whoever has joined new and doesn't know the concept of indexing,
Sorry, it's 5 actually. Yeah,
it's okay. We can change it, whatever you say.
5,
You
5,
said
1.
list, right? 5, 1,
5,
you're
1.
saying?
No,
Okay.
the first one.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So Bhavin and others who joined today, I'm gonna take 1 minute and explain you indices. So I'm gonna use Bhavin's name. Okay. So the way it works, the indexes works is, and this is a string, not a list even. If you have, for example, this is a string, right? Your name is generally a string, 10, 20 is integers and stuff like that. So if you wanted to print a particular character or a particular element in it, then this is the kind of way we sort of came up with, that you should write it in this form, and then you can apply a simple formula. So basically why I write with 0 to 5 is because they always start from 0 and go to n minus 1. So n is nothing but your length of your string. So in this case, your spelling, your name is 6 characters, right? So it's going to 0 to 5 in this direction. So consider this like an x-axis in typical basic maths terms. So if you remember your x-axis and y-axis, right? This is your 0. This is your x-axis in this direction. And this is your y-axis in this direction. It goes like -1, -2, -3, right? And this goes like 1, 2, 3. Simple. So we're going to follow the same concept here. And we can write two ways. So this is the way if you're starting from 0. So you're going this direction. And that's why we're writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's another way where you can do the y-axis way. So where you will say -6. I'm going to add some space here. I know most of the guys would think this is a repeat, but let's just give it one more minute. -5, -4. No, it should be -6 because there's no -0 here, right? So we have to start from -1. -4, -3, -2, -1. So we can represent Bhavin in internal memory like two ways. One is this, which is the x-axis way, which goes from positive and starts from 0 to n-1. N is nothing but your string length. And then one is the y-axis way, which is going from right to left, or the way I marked the y-axis, and it starts from -1 to -6. So now just remember one simple formula whenever you are asked, which is start of index. Does anybody remember? Stop of index and step value. And
Top of index -1.
yes, so make it easy to remember. You never actually go till the last index or the stop of index. So what we came up with, let's even remember it like this. So always go one value less. This doesn't mean you're going to subtract from this guy. -1, because if you subtract from -6 -1, it becomes -7, and there's nothing on -7. So make sure you understand this concept very well. We spent 2 hours on this, 2 days actually, and you can go through the videos, but there's just a quick recap for you. So what it means is that whichever your stop index value is given, just stop one value before. So if you're going in this direction, stop one value before. If you're going in this direction, stop one value before. That's all it means. So going by this, and if any of these values are missing, they all can be missing, only one of them could be missing, or two of them could be missing. So always go by default. And what default means is if you're going in the right direction, so positive value, then you go till the end of the index, end of the string. And if you're going in the negative, then you go till the beginning of the string. And if nothing is given for step value, that by default means 1. Either if it's +1 or -1, that will just define the direction of going in. So if it's +1, you're going here. If it's -1, you're going here. If the step value is given, and let's say it's given -2, all it means is you start from here, okay, and then you skip 1. Basically, you go alternate because it's -2, and then you print that one. And if you remember this, you can just apply this formula or whatever you want to call it to anything what these guys are saying, and you will get the answer. So practice this a lot. This is not an easy concept. It sounds very easy, but you get very easily confused. And if you look at the second day, we confused a lot of people. So when we started adding values here, so go through those videos whenever you get a time. But this is just for a quick example. So let's say if you wanted to print just V out of here, you would give print whatever string you were going to store Bhavin in. Let's say string 1 equal to Bhavin, then you're just going to give print string 1 of 3. And the way indices are written is like this. And this is called slicing. So it's just another concept in indexing. So whenever you have slicing, you make this, sorry, with 2 colons, which means, so apply this, start of the index is default. That means you're starting from here. Stop of index is also not mentioned, which means you're going till the end. Excuse me. There's no step value mentioned. So that means you're just going one by one. So essentially, this will print the whole string starting from B to N. But if you do -1, what you're saying is start index is default, stop index is also till the end, but they're saying start, the step value is negative. So that means you're going in the negative direction. So the whole reverse string would be printed NIVAHB. And then of course, if you start putting values here, you will see different outputs. We discussed this a lot in detail, so just go through it. All right. Was there a quick question, Bhavin, that you did not understand so far? Or
No,
anybody who joined today? Okay, great. Great. All right. So that is the concept behind it. So now these guys are all applying the same concept. So we are saying 5:1. Even I don't know the answer. Well, let's do it together. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my fourth element is this. And I think they're saying 5. I thought somebody said 6, right? But you guys changed it to 5?
Yeah,
I was printing Tushar, not Ankit, right?
No, I'm
yeah,
at
it's fifth of
6.
You are saying just 6, Nikhil?
Can I share my opinion?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think the inside list will be counted as 1 for the whole list.
Okay.
So it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be the whole list. Ankit,
Okay.
Tushar, and Shriram. And from
Okay.
there we are pulling up Tushar, so it's gonna be 1.
That's
We're
correct.
gonna count again.
That's correct. And that's why this is the right answer. That's perfect. So, Nikhil, did you understand that? You were saying 6, right? And others who were saying 6.
Yeah.
So let me first run it and see what is the output. So we're getting Tushar. The 7 is coming from here. Let me put it back into comments. So the answer was right, and whatever Mahi explained is also quite right. So basically, this whole element, just consider it as one element, because end of the day, we cannot access it without the outer list, because it's a part of the outer list, right? Like for example, if you wanted to access true, you cannot access it without giving list X and whatever 7 or 6 value 7 would be, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you always need the outer list to access the inner list. So that's why the inner list is considered as one element of outer list. Now you can say, what would be the output if I just do this, right? So it will print the whole list. See, that's how I proved you that the fifth element, the whole fifth element is just the list himself or herself, basically, or whatever itself. So now my question really was, I wanted to print only Tushar, but I'm getting the whole list. So Python is giving you another way that if you have a list within list, so just put another index and then treat this as your regular list. So now if this was my regular list, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So I asked Tushar, sorry, and that's why everybody said 5, 1, and we got Tushar. So similarly, if you wanted Sriram, we could just do 2 here and we'll get Sriram. That's how easy it is. But if you wanted to do true, it will be simple 6, because it is the sixth element of the outer list. The inner list closes here. There you go.
Ankit, so if I want to print Ankit means I need to put 0, right?
Yes.
Zero.
So what will you give? 5 and 0. You're right. There you go.
Ankit, if I want to print Ankit and Tushar, then 0 colon and
Sure.
1.
Ankit, if you want to print only 3.
If you want to print, sorry, somebody asked Ankit and Tushar. What was the question after that?
This is my question actually. So whatever you typed.
Okay. So let's see. You get the answer also, right? It didn't give anything. Why? I mean, it did give Ankit, but it didn't give Tushar.
Because I Because it's want stopping to at print 1. only.
Sorry?
So can we have
Somebody
one
said it.
more?
Because the entire thing is one element. So the entire thing is one.
Yeah,
We can
but
have
they're also giving, so that entire element is in 5, Bhavin. But now they're also giving a second element also, right? Just like we were doing this.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, I
the,
want to print like that.
so it's saying 0
Ankit
colon
and
1.
Tushar.
Yeah, so it's saying 0 colon 1, which means, okay, let me first,
You have to make it 0 colon 2 because the
Okay,
last index is not included.
exactly. Remember this concept, guys. Don't forget this. You always have to add 1 or just go over next one. See, Ankit and Tushar.
Oh.
So don't forget this. Your start index is, so start index was right because you wanted Ankit. So Ankit is at 0, right? Then next is stop index -1. But we gave only 1 initially, right? So which means we're just asking it to print Ankit only. 1 minus 1 is 0, right? So it wasn't going anywhere. So simple 0 colon 2 will give you Ankit and Tushar both. Similarly, you can do this. Now, my question to you is, so first of all, everybody understood this? Is there anybody who didn't understand?
Yeah, we got it.
No,
Okay,
why?
great.
What happens if I put 3? That's gonna come Sriram.
Like this one?
Yeah.
You're saying? So
Yeah.
you tell me, Fahim, what should be the output here? Will it give me all 3 or will it give me, huh?
Or else can I give 0 colon only? So it will start from Ankit and at the end it will give, right?
Right, so
Stop
we'll
giving.
come to that, but let's go one by one. So Fahim is asking, was it Fahim, right?
Yeah.
That 0 to 3 will print the whole or will it print till Tushar? So Fahim, you tell me, what do you think?
Ankit and Sriram.
Ankit and Sriram, okay. Because you're thinking we are saying 0 and 3, but that's not the case, right? Apply this here. So my start of index is what here? I'm saying 0, right? Which is Ankit, okay? Then remember, I am not giving step value, so it is taken as default. But the second is always top of index -1. So what is top of index -1 here? It is 2, right?
2. So out of
So 0 to 2. So basically 0, 1, 2. So the whole 3 elements would be printed.
Okay, got it.
See? Yeah, Siva, you're also right. So it's the same thing basically what we just spoke. If you don't give anything, again, this is taking it as default, which is nothing but till the end of the string. And this is also taking nothing.
Yeah.
So if I put 1, then it will only print Ankit.
That is correct.
So Ankit here, how the step value is taking? Step.
Your what? Sorry, Ravi, I missed your question.
So
Can you come
Ankit here, you are not taking any step value.
Yes, so I said, right, everything
You are
can
not
be
taking the step
def.
value here. If you
I'm
want
not.
to take
So,
step value,
of course, you can do that. So tell me, what do you want to do? You want to take 1? What do you think the output would be? See, that is a general concept. It can be applied to strings, it can be applied to list, tuple, anything. As long as you understand this concept, you can apply it to anywhere. It remains same. It doesn't change, whether
so
it's
I want
list or
to.
anything. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you add more values in the
I
nested
want
Yeah,
list?
to
that's what I was
print
going to do.
2, 3.
You want to print 2, 3, only these? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I
You
want
can
to
do
add
that.
the. I want. Yeah, 2, 3 and Ankit.
So you want to print 2, 3 and Ankit.
So it will be
Yeah, tell me.
list comma 1.
So 0, 1, 2, right? So it starts from 1, goes
It will
to
be 1.
goes to where?
1 and 2.
What is this element? 2?
No, goes to the index 3.
2, 3. Yeah, 2 only.
No. Yeah, Najam, wait a second. I
And
want you to get this. Yeah, Ravi, go ahead. So you're saying 2, okay? Because this is 0, 1, and 2, and you want 2 and 3, right? So let me
2
first
plus
print
2.
what you want.
Yeah.
You want 2,
And
3, and Ankit, right? So this will give you 2, 3, you're saying, right? And
Ankit.
what will be
So,
Ankit? Ankit
yeah.
is just 0, right? Are you sure about
Yeah.
this? Do you want to rethink?
Yeah. That's it.
So see, again, put it here. Don't forget this formula ever. So what is 1? That is your startup index. That is correct. So you will get 2 here. But you're putting end index as 2, right? End index or stop of index, whatever you want to call. So it will go to 2 minus 1, which is 1. So it will only print 2, not 3. So if you wanted 2, 3, and Ankit, you have to do this. So 3 will be, it will go from 1 to 2, which means 2
Stop
and
index
3
means
minus 1. Yeah, don't forget this,
fine.
guys. Remember, we added it, although it doesn't say anywhere. If you look in anywhere, it won't say like this. But that's the reason we added it, because it makes it easy. So why it only printed
But
2
it will
here?
take stop of the index minus 1. So I'm stopping at 3. So 3 minus.
1 is 2. Yeah.
Yeah, Ankit, I'm doubt. Stop index minus 1. It means I'm stopping at 3, right? 3 minus 1,
No,
2.
if you're giving
Okay.
3,
So
then you're
2 it should
stopping
be.
at 2. Yeah. If you're, no, 2 is 0, 1, 2. So 2 is 3. Remember, it starts from 0. It's confusing. I know. So it always starts from
Oh, yeah.
0
2
if you're
minus
going in
1.
the positive direction. So always remember, whatever you're giving here, I think what the confusion is because of the numbers.
Yeah.
Let's change the numbers.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
6,
stop at 3.
7, 8, 9.
No, I think the confusion he has is he's
Yeah.
subtracting the index. He doesn't need to subtract the index. Python does it for him.
Yeah, but that's the way you explain, right? That's the whole point. Otherwise, if you don't subtract it, then how will you print it? So now apply your logic,
So
Ravi.
start
I
of the
know
index
the.
is 1.
So let me first change this. You want to print 6 and
So
7,
5,
right?
6 and 7.
Yeah. 6, 7, and Ankit
Yeah.
you want to print. So now apply your logic. So where is my 6? 6 is at what
6
location?
means,
It
yeah.
starts from 0.
Yeah,
So it
1.
starts at 1, then 2, and then 3 and 4. Now if
1.
I give 3, that means I'm
1.
actually giving 8. But
1.
remember, we stop
7.
one value before. So that should give you 6, 7, and Ankit. But why is it giving only 6?
Yeah.
Can anybody answer that?
Because
What
it
I
takes
think so
those
too.
three. Yeah, there are two elements, and then again it is applying the index 0. So you need,
So
it is like
6 go to the print hole, the in nested element.
Nested element is this one, Nikhil.
So you have to print 6, right?
No, I have to print 6, 7, and Ankit. That's what Ravi wanted me to print. He actually asked a very good question. It's a very good concept.
Ankit.
So yeah.
So we have these
Yeah.
two elements in the first index, 1 to
Yeah.
3. So here we
Right.
got both 6 and 7, and then it fetched 0, means 0, 6, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Hold on,
If you
Ashish. I
do
wanted this
1,
also
it will be
to.
7.
Yeah, I know you know the answer. Yes, that is the correct answer, Ashish. Correct. But let's see what others can think also.
So you forgot to add you just said the list is an element. Is one element. So the nested list is one element. So you need to put 5 before 0.
So you need to put 5 before 0? I did not get you what you're saying. So you're saying 5 colon 0?
6.
No, I'm asking why is it giving
5
6 first?
square
Then
bracket.
we'll come to the output later. But what I'm asking is why is this printing 6? That is the question right now. We'll come to how we'll print this.
That 1 to 3 has created one sublist, you can say, and out of that first element is printed.
Exactly. So guys, your 1, 2, 3 is basically what? So this will result into 0, comma, sorry, not 0. What are my values? 6, comma, 7.
7.
Now we are actually confusing the Python interpreter that, so what is this? Is this
No.
a number? Going back to our basics, is this a number? No, right? We're not talking about a single number, we're talking about two stuff. So this is nothing but a list in itself. So now what happens is you're basically telling the Python to do this. So what will be the output of this? So you're changing the first line. The first part is actually changing the list output to this. You're condensing the list. Guys, don't ping me on Messenger. So it's better you talk. I don't check the Messenger much. So this becomes a new list now. And now what we are saying is, please print the element 0 in it, which is nothing but 6. That's how this thing is printing 6. But remember, when we were doing this, what was our output?
No, Ankit, I think 0 is 6. No, actually, Ankit, 0 is 6. How come 0 is 5, right?
0 is 5, correct. But this is my second token.
0, 1, right? 6 is 1.
Yeah, let me actually write it so that we guys don't get confused. 5, 6,
Earlier it is
7,
1,
8,
comma
9. Ankit. Yeah, I changed the, because people are getting confused, so I changed the values. That's okay, we can keep any values, right? Sriram, Najam. I hope I'm spelling it right, Najam. And true. So this is my whole list. These are strings, you guys know, right? Yeah. So this is my whole list. Now, what are my values? Let's put values. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
0.
Is it 6? Nobody's talking about 7? No? So you guys are getting still confused. So remember, I told the first thing, right? This is one element.
6. The entire thing is 6.
Exactly. 5. The entire thing is 5. So let me put this as 5 of 0. You can understand that, right? 5 of 1. 5 of 2. And then 5 of 3. And this is nothing but 6, correct? Everybody understands this notation? So now let's start putting values to it. So what Ravi wanted was, he wanted the output to be 6, 7 and Ankit, right? So where is my 6? It is at 1, correct? And he said, and we all know, if you want to print only 2 elements, what we can do, we can apply the same rule. So we'll do 1:3, right? Because we go one value before. So that's how we get 6 and 7, right? And if you're getting confused, step is I'm not putting, that means it's 1 by default. So that will give me 6 and 7, right? And then Ankit, we all knew, is the next one's 0. But this didn't give us this output. It gave us 6. Let me clear all this. It gave us 6. Why? The reason is, when we are giving this, what is the resultant? So it will go from left to right, right? Everything happens in that fashion. So first it will execute this. What do you get the output? 6, 7, which is what we wanted. That is correct. But we wanted it as 2 separate numbers. What we got it as a list. Remember, these are 2 elements, not 1 element. And 2 elements cannot be integers in one argument, right? It has to be a list or a tuple or some sort of a sequence element. So that's why what is happening is, this is considered as a sub list or a small list of the main list. And then this is used as a operand of that list. So what is the 0th element in this list? So 6 by 7 becomes now a new list, basically. And applying the same rule, 0 and 1. So what is my 0th element here? 6. That's how we are getting 6. First of all, this is clear to everybody?
Yes.
Is there anybody who did not understand this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm saying, if we had to print still this, what should be our strategy? So let's take this as an assignment today, because I want to cover tuple also, and we are running short on time. Guys, think about this. It's very easy. The answer is right here. And I think somebody even gave, I think it was Ashish. So think about it and try to come up with, you all have this, right? You all can practice it and you all can come up with an answer. I'm going to post it as a task today. And let me know if you are not able to do this. So you got it right. The task is really we want to print 6, 7, Ankit and not 6. If you're not able to, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But the whole idea of list under list is inside list is this. So when there's another list which is defined inside a list, the way you access it is nothing but print list X. You give the first index and then you give the second index. So the first index, let's say 1, and then you give the next index element. So now it will print 1 and Sriram. The object is not subscriptable. What happened? Print list X.
Five
Yeah, I
two.
messed up something. What is that?
5 2. Last is 5 2. You put 1 2 na?
No. That is just to explain you guys that this whole thing is
in
on
print,
5.
last print statement. Yeah, last print statement, it should be list X of 5 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's printing Sriram. Why was it printing 1? Yeah, I think I was going back for the same thing. So basically now you know that this whole thing is the 5th element and my 5. So until I did not write this, right, it is confusing. So that's why I always write this, guys. This makes it so easy. Same thing here. If you don't write it, especially in your initial days, you would get confused. But I want the answer for this tomorrow. So try everybody. And if you get the answer, you can ping in the group or you can discuss among yourselves, whatever you want to do. But just remember, the list within a list is accessed by giving the starting index of the list, the inside list, and the element that you want. All right.
Can you repeat why we got 6 as the output for that? Only
this
6?
one?
Yeah, line number
Yeah,
101.
the above statement 101 is there, right?
No.
Yeah, 101.
101. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so,
I'll repeat it again.
thanks.
So, who was it? Fahim, right?
Najam.
No, it was Najam. So, what is my 1:3 printing? So forget about this for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Sorry. If let's go step by step. Print list X of 1:3. What do you think this will print?
It's supposed to print 6 and 7.
Exactly. Hold on, just stay with me. Let's make it very easy. So you're saying it's going to print 6 and 7, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what the output is. See? Did it print 6, 7 or did it print this?
Oh, okay. Now I got it.
That is the whole idea. That's what I was saying, right? See? Because 6 and 7 are two different integers. So you'll have to go back to my integer class to understand that when we talk about data types. And 6, 7 are two different integers. They're not one. They cannot be assigned to one variable. Like A cannot be equal to 6, 7, right?
Yeah.
It can be either 6 and B can be equal to 7, but this is not a valid statement because numbers are not sequence. That's how we started our initial class. So you need to either put it as a string or some sort of a sequence.
Okay. So I'm gonna say some code and I'm gonna say the output that I'm expecting. Tell me if I'm right
Hold
or
on,
wrong.
we're not done here yet. Just hold on a second. You have to understand the whole thing. Just give me 1 second. Somebody's pinging me. Okay, I think I missed that. All right. Yeah. So, like I said, this is not a string, right? So basically 6, 7 is what? It is a sequence of 2 digits. So a sequence can always be either a string or a list or a tuple or a set. It cannot be an integer value. So because you're printing off a list, so automatically Python thinks you're asking for a smaller list. And that's why it gives you the output as another list. That's what I said here, right? Now, what you're saying is now it goes to the next operand. It always goes from left to right. It's an interpreter based language, right? So now you're saying add, hold on. Let me just finish this, guys. So now you're saying 6, 7 of 0. So that's what I was showing, right? So 6, 7 is a list, right? You saw the output. How will it be saved inside? Same concept, 6, 7. That will be 0, 1. And now you're saying print the 0th element of it. So what is the 0th element here? It's 6. And that's how you're getting the answer as 6. Yeah, now questions.
Somebody else wanted to go before me.
Sure.
So I think here you are saying that 6 and 7, right? So your sequence means it will take as a this one. Suppose after 6 we are like suppose we after 6 we are putting again bracket Ankit Tushar, and after that we put 7. So this all things will come after 6 actually. Then 7, 8, 9 it will be after this what you say, our 5,0 is there, right? So I want to remove 7 and keep this Ankit and Tushar here, and 7 and 8 like that. So after
So
this
remove this, you're saying.
no, now you are saying that 6, 7 are both are integers, it will take as one thing.
No, it won't take as one.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. This is a sequence of
put
integers.
after the before true and this one you keep.
Which one? 7, 8, 9?
Okay.
See, you're getting confused. List in itself, the way you're defining
remove it and
itself
keep
is a
at
sequence.
the end.
No. This itself is a sequence, right? This is not a one-digit number. If it
Okay.
was only one digit, then it is 5. Then b is equal to 6, 7. This is single digits. But what we're talking is it's in itself, they are defined as a sequence. So even if you move this to here, you're saying this, right? If I understood your question. And now if you had this, only thing that it still remains a sequence, right? The only thing that's going to change is this. That's all. It's not going to change anything else. Maybe the output would of course change because we're changing the values, but it doesn't change the concept. So now all this actually making me do the hard work. So 0, 1, this becomes what? 2 of 0, right? Sorry, I missed this one. And then this becomes what? 2 of 1, 2 of 2, 2 of 3. Similarly, and this is what? 3, then 4, then 5 and 6. So this is how it is. Simple. Now, if you're putting this, you tell me what should be the output. So what is my 1:3? So my 1 to 3 is basically, guys, I'm hearing a lot of noise. Yeah, if you're not talking, please go on mute. Thank you. So tell me, Ravi, it's actually even better answer, better example. So now my 1 is what? Let's go one by one. Tell me. 6, right?